maybe just 4 things or 1 thing. I mean, 4 is a lot, but 1 to 4 things that bring you the most joy. And there's a lot of similarities going down with faith and family and friends. So you can, or grandkids, so you can look past that because we are, a little vain as well as simple-minded here on Good Things from time to time. We like to go deep, but we also like to skim the surface of life too. And so you can also share the other things that just bring you immense joy that may not follow into those really thick categories of faith, family, or friends. So
I've got a kind of silly one to start you off with.
Yeah, I mean, it's not silly if it brings you joy, but it may not be like at the end, the world is ending type of joy.
Well, it might be a little silly how much time I spent over the weekend indulging in this joy, but I always enjoy it when I find a new series or a new something to binge. And I discovered I don't know that you would call it a TV series. Maybe a series of specials, maybe a mini. I don't know the term. It's from British TV. It's this thing called Sharp, and there's about 16 of them, and they all are set in the Napoleonic Wars, and they've got Sean Bean, the guy from Game of Thrones
Yes.
and GoldenEye and all those other movies. He's the main dude, and it's really well done. It's kind of cheesy, but they take it really seriously, and it's not entirely historically accurate, but it's better than most. Mm-hmm. And every episode's an hour and a half long. So
That's long.
It's not like a normal season where you go through a 30-minute episode or sometimes an hour-long episode. This is an hour and a half, and it's like little mini movies. Each time it's a different chapter in this guy's life. I went through all of them over the weekend, but I love finding those stories that you can just binge because there's multiple iterations of it or multiple chapters of it.
I have to admit, this would be a new joy that has come into my life, is this whole streaming, being able to binge watch, having the episodes right there for you to keep going. And I don't do it often, but I agree. When you find a show or a series that just connects, particularly like one that like my husband and I can get into together. And so it's a conversation that we can have, when can we watch the next episode? Respect each other's, not watching it when one's not there. And it's just sort of even if it takes us a couple of nights or weekends to catch up with it. So our recent one it's on Netflix, and I saw it. It was highly recommended. I'll have to say the first 2 seasons, there's 3 seasons. It's I think it's Broadchurch, and it's British, I think. And anyway, but it's a kind of a thriller mystery. It's not light and airy, I have to say. It's kind of Dateline meets Chicago PD kind of thing. But anyway, we really enjoyed at least the first 2 seasons. And so I agree. When you find something that you look forward to and it holds your attention that way, it can bring little bits of joy into your day or into your life.
I got to about the 4th or 5th one over the weekend, and it ended, and I was like, oh, thank goodness there's another one. I started getting towards the later ones, and I'm going, do I really want to watch these, or do I want to hang on and hold them for like a rainy day?
No,
but I wound up watching
them. Something else will come along. Absolutely. We're in coming along, too, is things that bring you joy. So just let us know on the text line. Bo, his 4 things to celebrate our 4th year here on Good Things is his family. We'll give you that one. His dog. I love that. My dog brings me joy 90% of the time. And nature, getting out in nature, and then beer. I love the last one. I mean, there's nothing like doing, especially in the summertime, some hard labor outside or breaking a sweat or a rough day and just ending with that like icing on the cake that may be a cold pop, whatever your choice may bring. That can definitely bring you some joy as well. Trey in Grenada says religious freedom, amen, family and friends, sports, and great food. You hit on something there with the great food, because one of my joys being the host of this show here on Good Things is getting to see you guys' just sheer passion for food, arguing over food, but not arguing in the best, most joyous way possible, being very passionate about your food, but food, music, and movies. I know that if those 3 topics ever pop up here, and they intertwine often because there's always new music or food movies to celebrate, particularly here in Mississippi. There's a lot of things filmed to celebrate, but food, that's just something we all must do every day, is eat. It's something that brings us all, or should, immense joy. but you take it very personally and individualized down to the way your family did it, to your nuclear family, to just your own preferences, and you judge others according to the way that you like it. And that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, I'm still getting raked over the coals for putting mayonnaise on barbecue, and I'm okay with that. There's nothing. We can agree to disagree on the toppings.
I'm reminded of a video. I'll have to find it and put it in the Good Things Facebook group so everybody can see it. But there's a video that's been making the rounds this weekend of a Memorial Day get-together where there was a meeting, a gathering. An Order of the Silver Hair had a meeting and had to come up with something to do because there was a scandal involving the potato salad. Apparently, one of the younger women of the group might have put shrimp in the potato salad.
What?
And it is a very serious discussion, a meeting of the minds about the potato salad and what they're going to do.
It's so funny that you bring that up because we had my mom's side of the family's family reunion, which I know many of the Dunns and the Withers listens to Good Things, so shout out to my family. But we had a conversation about potato salad, and I don't want to throw whoever brought it to the family reunion under the bus. But my nuclear family was just mentioning how, well, that's not like Nana makes it. And in describing like not what was wrong with it, just what was different with it. And so it's so funny how food will become the topic of conversation, even at a function that's serving you food. Well, we've been serving you here on Good Things for 4 years, and it's been a pleasure, and we've got more for you.